Okay, now we are live. Good day, everyone. This is Decisive, and I'm welcoming everyone to today's live stream. Today, we are going to be having an important guest on the show, and we're going to be talking about some vital issues that relates to the youths across the globe, especially those in Africa. And we're not going to limit our discussion just to African youth alone. We're going to be talking global. And as a result of this, we have a lot of persons on ground that are going to be joining us today, in which we are going to be looking at numerous angles. And I can tell you that we have an important storyline today because we are hosting a veteran, a United States of American veteran that has spent his life defending the cause of life sustenance in the society. He has protected a lot of life, and by getting enlisted as a military guy. And aside this, he has always been doing something to just ensure that people's life are for the better, especially the youths of the African descent. And shockingly, I discovered that he's not just being limited to youths in Africa. He's been here and there across the globe, touching life, touching communities. Any community that have the opportunity of hosting him or having him around is always contributing his quota. If I might need to tell you this evening, this is someone that has been in the military, US military. He has been, I can say he has been a cook. You get to know what I mean by that. He embarked on a project whereby he literally entered into the kitchen, bringing out some nice African and some foreign cuisine just to make sure that he gives back to the society. This is someone that his body is outside the continent of Africa, but he has always been in Africa, in the spirit and out of his pocket. He's always ensuring that he contributes financially to anything that we hop the game. Okay, I'm having somebody coming up also. Okay, Oluwakemi, you're welcome. So he's always not just talking the talk, he's been walking the talk in the sense that his commitment by word of encouragement is flowing with the backup of financial support to numerous organizations. We at Cetro's Foundation, we can testify to this. He talks and he backs it up with financial support and moral and time support. He has been going across the globe developing youths across the continent of Africa. And funny enough, I got to know that he has been doing this even while he was in the United States. Or you see some Caucasian children and the likes of them. He has always lent his voice and his time to ensure that youths across the globe are largely impacted. One of the attraction, one of the things that attracted me to him was the fact that you see him anytime there is this talk about we want to do this for the youth. He's jumping at it. But I must warn you, this is one person that is so highly structured. He lives a structured life. He ensures he passes on the pattern of being pattern of being structured. Today, we are spending a lot of time to quiz him and esteem. He's here with us and esteem. We want to really enjoy the storyline. Why did he decide to go this path that he has chosen for himself? Because even while in the military, while in the US military, he went further to study as a doctor. You understand? Philosophical doctor. In what? In business administration. It's like I'm talking too much. There is no other person that I'm inviting to this podium than the very, very humble man himself, Dr. Joe. Let's give it to him. Okay, so Dr.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, it's nice having you on board, but I also want to take time to acknowledge the presence of some of his team members that have been going to ensure that the talk that people usually call that talk is cheap. is this team member have been ensuring that there is no cheap talk here, but actualization of the set goals, plan, strategy, and the likes to ensure that lives are positively impacted. So I have first on the list here, Ajay Igbe Star. Let's welcome her. So Ajay Igbe Star, you can unmute. It's nice meeting with you tonight for the very first time. Okay. Now we also have someone here by name Yetunde M. Yetunde, it's nice meeting with you here. The house is, I can tell you today, the house is filled up, and this is going
Thank
to
you
be.
very much, sir.
Oh, thank you so very much. You're welcome, madam. Now we also have Oluwakemi Oluwatoba.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, it's nice meeting Oluwakemi Oluwatoba. Oluwakemi Oluwatoba, okay. Don't worry, I think I will come to you. That name sounds and the look. I think we were on live stream together at one point, or is it look alike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. With Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation.
Good, lovely. Nice having you here. Then today is a battle of doctors. And I can tell you that we have another doctor here that is going to be dissecting and doing a lot of operational yeah. And it's no other person than Dr. Olasheni Fadipe.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a very serious doctor. Don't let me shout. You see how professional doctors are talking. Hello, how are you? In the course of this discussion, we'll get to know whether he's a medical doctor or is a native doctor. Don't mind me, just for the fun of it. Okay, let me see if there's anybody at the backstage. Oh, I'm even having an ambassador joining us. Today is going to be very, very hot. Wow. Now, I have an ambassador at the back end. The ambassador will be joining us. Then I have Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel will also be joining us for tonight. Let me do something here. Just a minute. Let me just introduce the two of them. Hold on. Please, everybody should stay tuned. Even if you are at the back end, I'll bring you in. Ajay Besta, I'll bring you back in. I just want to introduce the other ones. We can be 6 per time. Okay. Now we have ambassador.
Hello,
nice
everyone.
meeting with you, ambassador.
Yes,
so
same here.
We will have you back. Other persons there. I have Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, over to you. Okay. So I'm going to bring.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Sir. Good evening, sir. So I'm going to bring Mr. Emmanuel back shortly. So let me add Ajay Igbe back to the stage. So please, let's what's it called? Let's start by asking ourselves this question. Who are we talking about today? What are we actually talking about today? What is the reason why we are spending so much time to dedicate this moment to the idea of a particular person that has taken it out of just mere talk into real action? Today, we want to be meeting with Dr. Ojo. We have a series of questions to ask him, but before we do so, let's ask ourselves this question. In the first place, life. What is life to you? Is life just all about you harnessing wealth for your personal use, traveling around the world with you, your wife, and your kids? If that is all you think about, then you are not wealthy. You are just a survivor. In the sense of that today, we are talking about this American veteran that is giving over 1,000 hours of free mentorship every year to students, to youth across the globe. Not because it's said, by word of mouth. It is what we have experienced numerous times, even while at work, while in service, during some of his break time. It speaks to a lot of our youth here in at Cetros Foundation. So it is what we have experienced that we are talking about. And I'll be showing you some of his work, some of the things that he has been doing across, even in the United States. I think, is it Illinois or what, or where in the United States and likes. He has been touching life across the globe. Now, all this is being done to ensure that the African future is changing. And we all know that a lot is changing around the world, and the best we can do is to help to transform this life. So let's welcome Dr. Ojo. So, Dr. Ojo, the first question I'll be asking you this evening is for you to introduce your team to us. And once you introduce your team to us, they will just tell us in 30 seconds a little bit about themselves. So, over to you, Dr. Ojo.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm very humble to be here, and I appreciate everybody's support. Those listening, we give you kudos. We say thank you for your time and for listening to us and for watching and for contributing in one way or the other. We appreciate you all. So my team, I have a lot of team, but those that are present here today, I will start with introducing Dr. Fadikwe Olasheni. He's been a friend, he's been a colleague, he's been a mentor. We went to graduate school together in Michigan back then in 2010 to 2013. I finished, I left in there, he was doing PhD in mathematics. So he has to stay longer, It's not easy to solve all those formula and get a PhD in math, but we've been tight and close ever since then when we met in graduate school in Central Michigan University. So he's been a very good friend. He's a great person. If you go to our website, uplinksojo.com, you will see his profile there as one of the mentor. He's written a lot of books. If you have a child or if you have a struggling student in mathematics, you need to give him a call. He's going to break it down into very, very simple, forms, and you enjoy math. Even parents, he has written books that can help parents start teaching their kids how to like math from very day zero, day one, and all those kind of things. So I will introduce him first, and then after that would be my virtual assistant. Without her, Yetunde, it might not be possible for us to enjoy some of the technical support that we enjoy. The website, making it good, adding to it, all those IT support and all of those. Yeah. And all the running around as well, because I cannot be in two places at the same time. So running around, go do this, go do that, go to this school, go to that school. She's the one behind the scene doing all of those. That's Yesterday, my virtual assistant. And of course, the bright, tiny star, the bright, shiny star, is also a mentor and a growing up child, a lady doing very great in her own area of endeavor. She's also going to be the third one to go. And the other persons can go as well. I recognize the ambassador in the house. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so very much. Dr. Olumide, can we just hear a word or two from you?
Dr. Fadikwe Olasheni.
Dr. Fadikwe, so sorry about that. Dr. Fadikwe Olasheni, I think I need to change this glass.
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me?
Clear.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a very small meeting, so I'll just talk for a few minutes, and if you have questions, you can ask me. So, Dr. Job already introduced me, so it's been a good friendship. So since 2010, when we met in Michigan, and We've been close since then. So, and I'm happy to say that I'm part and parcel of the Uplinks Job Mentorship Initiative. I think it's a very good initiative, and it's also very important to find somebody to mentor you very early in life. Let me talk before I talk about my background. Let me talk about the mentorship I received when I was in high school. Interestingly, the mentorship came from a student, my classmate. We're not in the same. We don't attend the same school. I attended the Gobi College, so I grew up in Lagos. So I attended Gobi College, one of the most popular schools in Lagos, and he attended a school that is less popular than the Gobi College. So, what we met when I was in S2, and I was very curious. I realized that it's very good at maths, not just maths, in all subjects. But in my own school, in the Gobi College, people revere me. People think that I'm the mathematician, so they want to come and come to me for help. So when I met this guy, it changes everything. So he became my mentor actually, because I realized that he has something I don't have, and I became close to him. So he would teach me all kind of subjects, even though I was good at math then. But I met my match, not just my match. I met somebody who's better. So, and that alone changed the course of my life forever. So it's very good to find mentor, But in my own case, the mentor was my classmate, but it was ahead of me. It was ahead of me. In fact, I met him through another friend. But the friend who introduced him to me is not as curious as myself. So, but I understudied him. I'll go to his house. Anytime he asked me to come, I'll go because I want to learn. So, I think very early in life, find somebody who can mentor you. Some people believe that mentors should find mentees, but you should find people that you can learn from, that can change the trajectory of your life. So, that's what mentorship means to me. Mentorship means making a difference. And Uplinks Global is doing a great job of mentoring people in Nigeria and beyond. So, and I'm happy to be part of that. So there was a meeting we did, was it last year or early this year? That was part, and we talked about leadership, 21st century leadership. So that is it about me being part of Uplinks Mentorship Initiative. About my background, so I'm a mathematician, and I've been teaching all my life. So right now, I teach at the Community College of Aurora. You see, Community College of Aurora. So that's where I teach now as an adjunct. So, but I will likely leave in the fall to a 4-year college where I can be mentoring mathematicians. I already have mathematicians I've mentored, so who are in different states. And this year alone, last fall alone, I have 3 students who went to college, and one of them. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Yes.
So one of them wanted to become a mathematician, so that's good. And 2 wanted to minor in math. So, but now that was in the high school. But now I'm going to a college, 4-year college, where I'll actually be training mathematicians. So it's a dream come true. So that's my background, and I write book for parents. For parents who want to be part of their kids' math life, because I know some parents they want to be part of their kids' math life. Excuse me. So I target those parents because some parents will not let me be. They want me to be teaching their kids. So even though I'm not in Louisiana anymore, they still want me to be teaching their kids. So I'm writing books for parents who don't know what to do. So the books can help them to support their kids' math, even though they are not math teachers themselves. So that's what I do. My latest book is about to be out. It's the one I'm most proud of. It's a book on multiplication. Because as a math teacher and a mathematician, I know that multiplication is the speed engine of advanced math. And many kids struggle with that. So I'm flipping the way we teach multiplication. So, and for parents who want to get the book and even just give their kids to read, I think I think it's going to it's a game changer in the way we teach multiplication. So I already got feedback from one parent who said, "Why didn't somebody teach me when I was in school?" So that's exciting.
Okay.
So that's my background. That's all I do. So if you have any question, you can ask me, and Dr. Dio can give you my email address if you want to contact me.
Okay. Definitely, we'll be asking you loads of questions today. Now I move over to, especially the fact that you finished from Igbobi College. What year was that?
It's been a long time. I think it's 1994.
1994.
Yes.
Okay. That means I was around when I have some of your secret to expose. Everybody
Okay.
That school is one of the most notorious school in Fadei.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, in those days, yes.
And I'm sure if you are part of those that really attended that school that period of time, there is a place they call Mafowoku, where your students used to gather to eat beans and yam and the likes. Number 14, Mafowoku. That's the place. Iyao Saro. I
Yes.
live in that compound. So
Okay.
I know a lot of you guys. So I'll come to talk about. I
also volunteer there too. I volunteer to teach there. So it's possible you met some of my students. So I volunteered to teach in 2004, 2005. I taught for that month. Yes.
Wow. That's a nice one. So now, because of our time, when a question is passed across to each and every one of us, you just do a little bit of introduction, then you ask the question. Because there are lots and lots of questions that we need to ask ourselves today. But from the few minutes that we started this live stream, we can decipher the fact that we are having a combination of titans here that are assisting or working with Dr. Ojo to ensure proper mentorship. Mentorship package is delivered to the youth in Africa, even to some parents that really want to go in depth in some areas. But we need to start from where the journey actually begins. Dr. Ojo, my contact with you and seeing you that you were in the military, can you tell us a little bit of of your own story? Because you are in the military and at the same time you still have the drive to go for PhD in business admin. We really want to follow you through the memory lane. Tell us a little bit of your journey and what is propelling you into numerous areas that we are surprisingly finding you, because when a military person is mentioned, we already know that they have a lot of engagement moving from one country to the other. Yet, in all this, you still dedicated time for helping the less privileged in Africa, helping to shape communities around you, contributing to the life of youths and the likes everywhere you go. How are you being able to, what really moved you into this man that you have become?
All right. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. My journey is very, very interesting. And I begin my journey with a focus on solving problem, right? Creating solution rather than assigning or pointing finger or blaming others. So I was brought up by a very successful parent who were farmers and traders, and I never seen any time where they complain or blame anybody, even the government, even anybody around them. I always notice that they find solution to their problem one way or the other. So that has taught me self-reliance, right? I remember my very first mentor, who was my father, who would mentor me about lifelong learning, even though he never had a formal education, but he understand what education means and why it's important to be a lifelong learner. Because as we increase in age, our physical strength diminishes, and our, education, experience, skills that we have gathered over the many years, those are what give us the knowledge and wisdom that we can contribute to the society or pass along to others. So that has helped me as well. And my other focus is on service to others, service to humanity. That's kind of my philosophy, to try to make the world a better place. And the way we can enjoy peace, a lasting peace on this planet Earth, is to give to others, to contribute to others, right? To be part of the solution instead of becoming part of the problem, or asserting or awarding blames to others. So it's better to be part of solution. So those are the things that are my driving force. All right, trying to find solutions to problem, and there are a lot of problems around me and around the world. So because of that, and because of my limited capacity and capability, I saw the need to always strive for knowledge. I always want to learn more. I always want to know more. The more I try to solve problems, I see challenges and obstacles left and right, and I know to overcome those challenges, I need more knowledge, more intelligence, more information, more skills sometimes. And that has driven me to keep seeking for knowledge, keep learning. So I'm a lifelong learner. So while I was serving in the United States military, there's a lot of opportunity, but because I'm not limited to a particular environment or people, for the globe. So I know there's more to offer the world than that I'm doing at that time, serving, even though it's a very great experience. So that prepared me to go for my doctorate in business administration. Mind you, my background was in engineering and technology, but because I know that one of the key things that are important in life are always not taught in the classroom. You have to figure it out somehow. So I try to blend engineering background with technology, with business administration, because of the plan and the big picture to be of, more, to be more beneficial, to contribute more solution to the problem of this world and to the problem of those around me, and even to solving my own problem as well. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Ojo. Now, this Uplinks Ojo Global, can you just in 1 minute tell us what's your drive towards it? What solution do you intend to profile to the African youth, especially?
Yes. So, like I'm very much passionate about the youth. The focus of the mentorship initiative of Uplinks Ojo is not mainly to the youth. It's for everybody, individual, organization, corporates, politicians, leaders, managers, head of schools, whatever you are doing. We have something that can help you scale your enterprise or business, right? But I'm more focused on the youth because I'm acidically passionate about the youth. Why? Because the future belongs to the youth. A while back, we are kids, we are youth, we are growing up right now, and it is very, very interesting that the young one are coming behind us very fast. All right, so the future belongs to them. So I realized that many students lack access to mentorship. Many students lack access to leadership development. Many students or many youth lack access to someone that can guide them properly in their career. And this problem limiting their confidence, is limiting academic growth, is limiting future readiness, right? And we're in a world where things are changing very, very fast, right? We're in the age of information, we're in the age of technology, we're in the age of AI, we are living in the future right now where we don't even know what's coming next uncertainty all around, technology evolving very fast, jobs are getting changed, people are losing their job to machines, So there's need for proper mentorship for this youth. Otherwise, they will miss it. For any one of us or anyone listening to me that have made a mistake in the past or that have missed something in the past, you will agree with me that if you are properly guided and mentored, you probably wouldn't have made those mistakes. Maybe you wouldn't have missed those opportunities you missed, right? If you get the right information at the right time, maybe you'll have been doing better than you are doing right now. So that drive is the reason why Uplinks Ojo Global Mentorship Initiative exists not for me, but for the beneficiary, everybody around the globe, right? So for the African youth, it's a great opportunity for them because I don't know how many of them actually have mentor right now. For many people that I've come across, they don't have no mentor. They only understand that word as a dictionary vocabulary that doesn't even have any meaning to them, right? And when I check in true research, I realized that one of the method and means that the African society were educating its population back many years, many centuries back is through mentorship. One of them is mentorship. One of them is apprenticeship. One of them is storytelling, right? But along the line, some people throw that away, embrace some other thing, and now we are in a lot of mess, a lot of problem. We are behind, right? We're behind right now, right? So I realized that with proper mentorship for our leaders in every capacity, both the president, the people in the politics, the people in the local government, in the county, the people in the Senate, in the House of Rep, those in the head of schools, the principals, the students themselves, everywhere around the globe, when each and all those individuals have a proper mentor and go through proper structured mentorship, the society will be much better than it is right now, right? The African community are left behind because they throw away one of the key principles, one of the key tools that they were using before, which is one of them is mentorship, right? Now they are behind. We don't want to be left behind again going forward. And right now, history are being written. The world is going through a serious change right now that many people don't understand and don't realize. So in order for them not to be left behind is why this mentorship initiative is brought about, to expose them, to guide them, to mentor them, to provide real-time and valuable information to them, to connect them with professionals, people that have knowledge, experience in whatever area or whatever field of endeavor that these youths want to pursue, to connect them with those resources so that they can get it right from the very get-go and be able to make the best use of their time and make the best use of the future as well and become whatever they want to become. So that's the reason.
Okay, thank you so very much, Dr. Ojo. Now I'm switching over the question. I'm still coming back to you, Dr. Ojo, because you have a lot of questions to answer. But I'm switching over to my very, very good friend. Whenever I see her, I'm laughing, and she already knows that I'm coming to her now. Olua Kemi. What, in a nutshell, can you tell us what you guys are doing at Uplinks Ojo Global? What is it about it that is, what's the unique selling point of you guys' endeavor? Because all I see is that you are going into areas that some persons are not even, anybody that is looking for money will not just be concentrating in this area. You understand? But what is the main push that is making you guys to say, okay, this is the area to
Sorry,
focus
I need to say something here. I will need to say something here.
Okay.
Yes. Loa Kemi is well, we are building a very robust relationship and partnership with Uplinks Ojo at
Okay.
Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation. So, me right now will not be able to give you so much background because they're just understudying Uplinks Ojo. You know, however, while I was listening to the earlier speakers, I realized there is a doctor of mathematics, there is a doctor of business administration. Luakemi is a doctor. So Luakemi will be a wordsmith. You know, she's getting a PhD in language, I think English. So we have math, we have English, we have business. Looks like some of us are challenged. I'll go do PhD in what now so that we could balance the equation. Anyway, that's on a lighter note. I just wanted to chip in that except if Dr. Ojo wants Kemi to respond to that question in relations to how what we do at Nehemiah Prodigy agrees with what Uplinks Ojo does, because that's very basic. What we do, we have similarities in what we do, and it's like a synergy that completes a cycle. The cycle is completed in the sense that all that we do comes down to what Uplinks Ojo is doing. So while it's like, let me use the analogy of a church. When an evangelist or an apostle goes around to preach and gets people converted, so they hand them over to a church where a shepherd is seated to pastor them. So we are like that evangelist or apostles who goes about and gather these young people. And so when we gather them, we can now pass them to Uplinks Ojo to say, look, please mentor these guys, right? So that's, maybe Kemi can now say something in relations to that now. So it's over.
Okay. I think I'm having feedback
There's an echo from the perspective.
So Ambassador, okay, that feedback is from Ambassador. Oluwakemi, so I'm going to reframe the question. The question now is, what value are you seeing in Uplinks Ojo that is making you guys to see the need to partner with what he is doing? Thank you.
Okay, so hello everyone once again. As you all know, at Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation, we deal with the holistic welfare of the students. And so while you will navigate with the students, there are some students who actually find out that this child might be struggling academically, might be struggling because this child has no one to look up to. And then this is where Uplinks Ojo comes in, because if you have children with learning disabilities, they could help with mentorship in that aspect. And so the synergy between the Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation and that of Uplinks Ojo is going to be fruitful if we are able to take some of our students who have challenges with mentorship and academics. They could be taken to Uplinks Ojo for coaching and mentorship.
Wow, thank you for that. Very precise and deliberate. Now, let me switch over to Dr. Ojo. Now, the first thing is that a lot of people have all these big ideas flying through their mind, but at what point or what pain points actually push you from the conceptualization of these ideas in terms of mentorship drive to actually stepping out to actualize that concept that was running through your mind? And what can you say has been the outcome of you actualizing what you have been building up as a concept?
All right, thank you so much. I must tell you that Uplinks Ojo is rooted back to 1995. That's when the idea actually started, and that name as well. We are only going global now, right? And like I said, it's as a result of finding solution, wanting to solve problem, immediate problem and problem around me. All right. I remember back then I used to work for my elder brother who is an electrician. All right. And I also remember when I was doing my graduate studies, when I was doing my associate degree in Lagos, the electricity problem was getting worse at that time, and I had to, because studying and a lot of things that I do require that I have constant electricity, so I had to like look into inverter generation, right? And I remember that I had to buy one, right, and eventually start learning how to build one, an electric inverter. And I remember that I was one of the few in the entire college that always have light even when there's no light, because I have that power inverter that generates electricity. And as I was solving that my problem, other people were interested in it, and I realized that I saw it as an opportunity to help other people solve their problems. So I started selling it. Right, it propelled me to actually up to when I get to the university. And my final year project was production of an electric inverter, which I submitted to the department, right? And so many years back, right? So, but then the question is that what propelled me, right? So, but the actual turning point that led to this big and gigantic idea of Uplinks Ojo Global, on that small start, was that small beginning, was during my graduate study at Central Michigan University in the United States. At that point, there was a point that I felt a very strong calling to dedicate my life and work first to serving others, which I've always been doing, and also to giving back to others and to the society. And one of the way that registered in my mind was to achieve this calling through mentorship, through leadership, through innovation, through entrepreneur. And at the same time, I saw myself always constantly receiving requests from friends, from family, from the community, of a lot of people needing help, seeking guidance and support. So, and while I always like to help people, I realized that it is impossible for just me to provide solution to everybody's problem. So that realization shifted my mindset, right? So instead of trying to provide solution to people's problem all by myself, which I do a lot of time, I began focusing on empowering people, right? To identify their problem, their challenges, and also mentor them on how to come up with strategies and how to create a sustainable solution by themselves for themselves. And I realized that as I do that, it helped me a lot, because even though I have new people and a lot of other people coming to me asking for help and support, I realized that some of those that I've empowered, that I've mentored, are free. They are free from that shackle, right? They can now think. They can now actually apply and adopt the strategies and the tools that I've provided them to actually craft solution for their problem when they have problem. And the reliance on me is becoming reduced, although I come across new people. So I become focusing on empowering people to identify solution and focusing on solution rather than looking around for help. So what pushed me beyond the idea stage was when I see real-time results. When I get feedback, I only conduct assessments survey. I always try to get feedback from people directly or indirectly. So when I get those feedback and I get those reports of the results of the mentorship and how they are using the tools and strategy that I give to them and how it's working for them and they're achieving success, it kind of propel me to continue, right? So as people apply the guidance they receive and began to succeed, their story and positive feedback reinforce my purpose, right? So I came to the understanding that when one person overcome a challenge, it benefits not just themselves, family, community, and even the society as a whole. So those experiences gave me the conviction to build Uplink Sojo Global uh, into a platform that is this big for providing lasting impact and transformation for people. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Ojo. The next person I want to ask a question, I think I just lost a few minutes. That's is this Star? Your what's it called? Your virtual assistant. What's her name again? Is it
That's
Yetunde?
Tokwe. Yetunde.
Yetunde Ba. Okay, I'm bringing Yetunde in. Um, Yetunde in a minute. Okay. Is it that it seems she's having a little bit of a challenge? Okay. Yetunde. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you tell us a little bit of how rough it has been? Because I understand that. Let me ask this question first. At what point did you start working with Uplinks uh, Ojo Global? Is it from the scratch, or you hopped in when the boat was already sailing?
Okay. Thank you very much. So I joined Uplink Sojo. I think it's about 2 years. We are going to 2 years already. So I didn't start from the scratch, actually.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit within this 2 years journey? 2 years journey is not 2 days journey. It's not 2 hours journey.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Uplinks Ojo Global in concise presentation? What do you guys do, and how do you really think you guys have been transforming life? Tell us about it.
Thank you, sir, once again. So at Uplinks Ojo, we actually work services, but basically we do mentorship. And so the period that I've worked with Uplinks Ojo, we've had some had some mentorship sessions with some students of secondary schools, and we've gotten very positive feedbacks from them. And I must say that this is one program that is really shaping the lives of the young ones, because I understand that teenagers and youth, as people that are faced with several challenges. I can give myself as an example. When I was, growing up as a young person, as a teenager, I had a lot of challenges here and there. I did not have the kind of guidance that I would have loved to have. And I realized that kind of, gave me some setbacks, because when I look back now and I see what I'm doing, and I'm like, if I had gotten someone to direct me, to guide me at this point of my life, it would have been better for me. Like, I would have gone, further than this. And so, this kind of program coming in to, shape the lives of these ones, to give them some insight to their, certain issues of life, and also helping them to make certain decisions and all that, it has been helping them. Because, okay, so we focus on some especially those ones that have some leadership positions in the schools, right? And it's, from what we've gotten, the feedbacks we've gotten from them, it has helped them to, relate well. It has helped them to set goals. It has helped them to have different thoughts, about life and handling matters. And I must say that, this is one kind of program that I know is going to, do a lot of positive, have a lot of positive influence on the lives of the young people. We only need, words of mouth to get to reach more people to see what we are doing and take advantage of the, this mentorship program for their students, for their children, for, the young people around them. So we need to just spread out the more. People need to really come to the to know about what we are doing here at Uplink Ojo. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's a nice one. I'll come back to you with some questions. But now let me quickly ask this question because I realize we have a mathematician here. And when the mathematician is being called into a scenario, all he or she will be postulating is let us look for the X. So now I put it to you, Doctor. You need to help us find the X because the veteran we're talking about today is always been delivering over 1,000 hours of free mentorship annually to youth leaders, which we have been able to see not just in Africa, but in numerous countries that he has been moving from one point to the other in. Now, Doctor, what do you think could be the mathematics behind this? That was actually the jive between this that will make you to want to fall in love with this kind of a setting, based on the fact that we are trying to find how it adds up. Because I know how much it costs per hour for anyone to dedicate time per hour in delivering value. But somebody is doing over 1,000 hours free delivery. Can you please help us expatiate? Let us look for the why. Why Dr. Ojo is venturing into this area that some of the people around the globe might be like, what's the value in this?
Yes, thank you so much. So very straightforward, right? The basic reason.
Dr. Ojo,
Yes.
sorry, that question is not for you. It's for the mathematician.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, well, I mean, Uplinks, like you said, like Dr. Ojo said, Uplinks mentorship initiative is not an accident. It's not a random jumble, right? So it is stemmed from his own experience. So the question is, why would I be part of that kind of initiative? And so I'll tell you a little bit about myself too. I came from nothing, right? I came from nothing. So I came from struggling parents, and I struggled to go to college. So when I finished service, I served in Kano and returned to Lagos. So I have a lot of choices. I could have gone to work in oil company because I really had a good grade. So, but I sat down and I said, what do I want to get accomplished with my life? So, and I think I said earlier to you, I went to Igbo to volunteer. So it's because of what I've received, right? And I want to give back. So when Dr. Joe told me about Uplinks Global and what it's doing, so I was kind of jealous, in a positive way, right? I was kind of jealous that, oh, well, why am I not doing this? But again, so in my prime, right? In my prime, I went to volunteer to teach, to make a difference. And the result is actually there for all to see in the Google College. I volunteered to teach for that month for 1 year, and it was outstanding. So it's part of who I am because I love to give back. So it's not a question of whether I have to say, okay, how much are you going to pay me per hour or not? It's because of who we are. We want to give back, and not just us. Many Nigerians in diaspora, they are looking for ways to give back to the country that are to the country that are giving us the opportunity. So for me, it's not something that I have to think twice about. If I have the time, like today, then I have the time to join, so why not? So, so 1,000 hours per year, of free mentorship is no joke. And as many of us that can be rallied around to join, to be part of it, the more impact we can make. And I'm happy that it's partnering with is it Nehemiah Prodigy Initiative, Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation. So I think it's a good thing. And I also want to set up a foundation for my mom too. I do the Old Foundation, so I don't know where I'm going to start that, but that's in the pipeline. So, yes, I'm happy to be part. I'm a product of mentorship. So I'm ready to pay it forward. I'm ready to pay it forward now. So it's a good thing that he's doing, and the more professionals and PhD holders you can harness, the better for the program. So that's what I have to say. Is there any other question for me before I leave? I'm thinking of leaving now. So any more question for me?
Okay. I have a couple of questions for you, but I want to distribute the questions because I have some persons at the background as well. I have Ajay Igbe at the background and I have Emmanuel at the background. So I will implore you to hold on a few minutes. Now, Dr. Uju, there is a video of yours that I quickly want to play, and I just find it. I don't know how to really say this. Is it that you are not this kind of person that loves to just sit down and enjoy yourself sometimes, or you always want to find something doing? Like there is a way I'm just trying to respect you. That's what I'm looking for a word to use. It's like you are a very restless child growing up, because I see you putting your hand into anywhere they mention youth. It's like your hair just goes up. You want to be there. I remember when we mentioned that, okay, we want to feed 100 families at Christmas. We want to feed them and get them jobs. The next thing we see you, you're already there. Yeah. Oh, this is my own contribution and the likes. I can see how you've also carried the, what's it called? Nehemiah Foundation's idea on your head, and you are running with it. I can also see that even while you were in the United States, there was a point in time, there was this video of yours that just continued to make me laugh. You cooking for some guys. Okay, I think I need to show the world this video because I'm beginning to think that was also one of the reasons that you left Nigeria to go and join US military, because something is around you that is just, you have adrenaline. Can you tell us what is actually the secret? Is it that you just have a lot of adrenaline that you cannot just be caged? You are even in the military, you are doing PhD. On to waiting now, you don't want to rest. Tell us what is actually pushing you.
Thank you so much for that question. So, what a lot of people need to realize, part of the mentorship, right, is that this planet here where we are is not for a joke. We're not here for a joke, right? We're actually here for a purpose. And the moment you realize the purpose for which you are here and you embrace it, that's it. That's when you start finding meaning and you start realizing what life actually really means, right? And that's what give you joy, and that's what give you the motivation to keep going, right? So I realized that earlier than this, that I'm actually here for a purpose, and my purpose here is to serve. All right. So I realized that's why I'm here. That's what gives me joy, right? So I'm willing and ready to do that anytime, anywhere, regardless of location, time, and date. anywhere around the globe, I'm ready to serve. That's what I'm here for. And that's what I've always been doing, right? So, and that's what I'm encouraging every one of us to also do, to sit back and sleep and wake up and actually think and ask questions: why am I here? Why am I actually here on this planet Earth? Is it just to eat rice and beans, or just to have fun, or to actually contribute something meaningful to life, to contribute to solution of the people, to contribute your idea, to live for something really worthwhile, right? To focus on leaving a legacy behind, what you can be remembered for. Imagine when we get to like 80 years and 100 years, you want to look back and have no regret. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of been my life. Every time when I look back, I have no regret, because I've always been propelled to always give it all. You know, when I was joining to serve, I remember walking there straight to the recruiter's office and telling them I want to serve. You know, I don't know if other people have done it like that, but I just told them I want to serve. You know, they look at me and ask me a question, and that's how it began, right? Why do I want to serve? Because that's what I'm here for, to serve, right? And I remember when I was joining to serve, I told myself privately, nobody was there, I didn't tell nobody. I'm probably just sharing it with you guys and maybe a few other people afterward, that I said I'm going to give it all, everything, so that if it's 1 year or if it's 2 years or it's 3 years, however long it takes when I'm serving, I want to give all, so that when I leave, when I look back, I'm proud that I gave all. There's nothing remaining. There's no any kind of regret, like, oh, maybe I could have pushed myself a little bit more. Maybe I could have done a little bit more. Maybe I could have. So that has been my philosophy, always to give all, because I'm here for service, you know. And that giving all sometimes come with a lot of challenges, because some people see it as maybe it's pride. Some people see it as maybe you're trying to prove a point. Some people see it as all kind of stuff. But I'm not worried, you know, because I know I'm here to serve. And when I set that big goal and I gave it all, I put all my best, and I'm gone. That's it, you know. So that's why it's not like I'm restless. It's not that I'm a trouble child, I'm a problem child. It's just because I'm just looking for opportunities to serve, because the only thing that makes sense to me is service. You know, because I want to contribute to part of the solution to the problem of this world. I want to contribute to making this world a better place. I want it to be remembered of me that I did my own little part. I contribute my own quota based on the capacity and the time availability that I have, and the grace that I have, right? So it's not without a cost. It's a lot of cost, right? I remember when I was doing my doctorate and I was in the army, there was a particular time I was in Afghanistan with rockets landing left and right, and I would have been killed, you know. But for God and for grace, I survived it, because a lot of other people got killed left and right, even close, at a very close range. You know, so, and I realized that for how many years? For like 2 years or more, I was having 2 hours of sleep out of 24 hours. But it wasn't surprising to me, because I also remember when I was graduating, when I was finishing from the university at Federal University of Technology in Mina, and I had to do my project, and I want to do my project by myself. I don't want to contract it out. I want to do everything by myself. Data analysis, everything, I want to do it by myself. And there was a time that I was with no sleep for more than 24 hours, no sleep. If I any sleep, it was probably I dozed off. Oh, and I was so light and like acting like a ghost, because I had no sleep. So that was a preparation, right? That I didn't even know. So when I got to graduate school, do my doctorate, and I was having 2 hours of sleep out of 24 hours. And I would wake up at 5 a.m. to go to my unit in the army for early morning physical training, you know, and it was tough. And I realized that when I get super tired, I will just fall on my chest and do some push-up to be able to gather some energy to keep going, you know. And yeah, when I look back, I think it was grace, it was God, but he worth it. He worth it because that's what I'm here for, to serve.
Okay. Thank you so very much. I can actually attest to this because in one of your free mentorship, I don't know how you source it. I'm very candid with you this night. I don't know how you are getting. I don't think you are even sourcing for fun because you that I know, it will be hard before you ask anybody to support. I know that majority of this stuff you are bringing it out from your personal fund and the likes. And sometimes I'm always very scared that is this person not doing too much? But I can tell you that part of your free mentorship, I think I told you a little bit about it. Part of your free mentorship, to me in particular, landed me some gigs and I was paid. But you offered it and you were not paid. I'm coming back to this question. What is in the pipeline? What have you built around this? Or what source of funding, a business plan that you have that you'll be able to use to sustain these free services you are even giving? Because I even see you in Nigeria with some of your military regalia. You are impacting this youth. So, is there any funding anywhere that you are using, or do you have any particular line of business that you are dedicated towards this?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
I think that's a very great question. Yeah, all these initiative, mentorship initiative, giving back, everyone have said it. Dr. Olasheni said it. And the Nehemiah Protege Foundation have also said it. You know, even my VA, my virtual assistant, have said it. Giving back it comes with a lot of cost, right? Are we talking about the cost of the money that is involved, right? Are we talking about the cost in terms of the time? You know, sleepless nights, staying up late, many days, many weeks, months, years. Are we talking about the cost of the technologies that is involved? You know, the platform we are using, the websites and all these handles that we have created, it come at a cost, right? Are we talking about the cost of paying those that work for you? When you send people on errands, go do this, go do that, right? The logistics, the cost, right? Are we talking about the cost of sponsoring other organizations like the Nehemiah Protege Foundation that empower the youth, the Cetros Foundation, and other foundations around individuals, group, you know, not to talk about family, you know, friends, you know, are we talking about cost of, you know, sitting down to translate the idea, the intelligence to value, to create something out of it, right? That is actually tangible. Because the only time you are getting results is when you give people something that is tangible, right? When they actually have value in their hand that they can actually use to solve their reward problem. And to get intelligence, to get the information from the, you know, higher realm, from wherever we get it from, right? And then sit down and transfer it, because it's always in the raw form, and convert it to values, to tangible, to product, right? It's a lot of cost, right? So there's a lot of cost, right? And like you said, do I have like some currency tree behind my backyard or around me and stuff like that? No, I don't. But the thing I want us to realize today, which is part of the mentorship initiative that maybe some of us can take away, some people that are listening can also take away, is that we are in the age of abundance, right? And we're not just in the age of abundance, right? Abundance has always been around since creation. The only reason is just that we just lost sight at some point as humanity, right? We lost sight at some point that before we were put on this planet Earth, everything was already ready. Abundance was already ready. We only have to be aware of it, look around us, be aware of the abundance that is around us, and tap into it and activate it, and, you know, take it, convert it from the raw form to to what we need, whether it's money, currency, or whatever, right? So we're in that age of abundance. Right? So for me, I love problem, I love idea, I love challenges, right? Because that is what kind of helped me activate the creative power in me, right? So I don't have sponsors. I don't seek for sponsorship. I don't ask people for money. I barely ask for help, right? I ask for help, but I barely ask for money, monetary help. So I've always been either using my hard-earned income, right, as far as it is for a good cause. Those that know me very well knows that accountability is one of the key things about me, because like I always tell people, when I wake up 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to go run 2 miles around the street like a crazy dog, in the cold, and while you're adjusting to the cold in the winter season, you are getting moved to a very hot temperature like Kuwait that is like 130 degree hot, and then you're getting moved to like Afghanistan, and you end up living that way. You're not going to be so stupid to just waste such a money, right? So some people look at me like, oh, he doesn't like giving money. And some people say, oh, he just give everybody money. No, it's because it has to be for a good cause, right? If it's giving back for a good cause, I'm all about that, right? But if it's wasteful spending, I'm cut me out of that, right? Because I don't have it. I don't have it. So those are the things that I've guided. Those are the principles that has guided me, right? I kind of have understanding about the law of multiplication and why it is important to multiply everything you have, right? I have understanding about the law of diligence, that if you want to actually stand before kings and stand before great people, who will give you substance, who will give you money, who will give you gold, silver, and diamond for your experience and your talent and skill, you must be diligent, right? You must be very diligent, right? So I understand all those principles, and those are what has helped me to be able to raise money, to be able to raise fund to sponsor the so many organizations that we sponsor to actualize my goal and the goal of the Uplinks Ojo as an organization, as a mentorship initiative. So when money comes, we put it to good use, and we also put money in places that help multiply the money. So we always get fun, but sometimes we go broke too. And like I say, I like problem, right? So when the problem comes, then we are able to sit down and sit back and be like, okay, then how do we solve the problem? Then we find a solution.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Ojo. Before I let go of Dr. Olasheni Fadekpe, this is the last question for you before I delve into your history in Fade. Okay. Now, your combination is already been measured by myself as a powerful one. But the question now is, what joint value do you see yourself and Uplinks Ojo giving to the world without killing your savings?
Without pulling my savings?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well, time is precious. Our time is precious. Like you alluded to, we have only one life to live, and we want to make foolish decisions. So if we want to spend our time, we want to spend our time on something precious, something that we give back. So, like I said, if any programs, and of course, apart from savings too, because it's the idea that we believe in, right? All of us will succeed, we succeed because if we succeed too, we don't want to just be selfish. We want to give back to the community that raised us and to our country. So time is precious, even though time is precious. So in my own case, I'm willing to give my time to a cause that will multiply it, right? That will multiply, that will give the difference. So when I volunteered in the good college, not being paid for a few months before they started paying me, and I didn't mind, but I was a volunteer. So they were surprised that how can somebody come to volunteer, and not getting paid. So, but that was the driving force to make a difference. Was the driving force. So, any opportunity to volunteer, to give time to a worthy cause, I think is the right thing to do. And I think up is global. We do greater things. When our business begin to grow, when we begin to make money, we don't need people to fund our ideas, to fund our initiatives, because we have our own business that is bringing us the money that we need. And part of the program of Uplist too, I believe, is to be teaching people how to become financially free, right? Because when you don't plan your financial freedom early, right? If you enter a career as a young professional, and you don't plan your exit, right? You don't plan your financial freedom. Before you know it, you've worked for 35 years, for 40 years, right? But if we all draw leave from that and we become financially free as quickly as possible, we can spend our time if we want. Somebody asked me some weeks ago, what does financial freedom mean to you? The person is trying to sell me a product. She wanted to become an insurance agent. So she now asked me, what does financial freedom mean to you? And to me, it means time freedom, being able to spend my time however I want. I would love to teach for free around the world, So if I become financially free, right? I can go to Nigeria and spend 2 months, teach for free. Go to Ghana, teach for free. Go to Kenya, teach for free, right? How will it be if we're able to pursue what we wanted to do, without being bogged down with the company that that you have to report at 8 a.m., you have to leave at 6 p.m., and this is how many of us live our lives. This is how many of us live our lives without planning ahead on time. And like somebody said, all of us have needed mentorship earlier in our lives, right? Think of people who have had mentorship very early in their lives. It doesn't mean we're not going to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes, but those mistakes will be different. They'll be growth mistake that will make you grow. So it is the right thing to do for all of us to pay back, to give back any opportunity to see, we see, give back. So for me, I'm willing to give my time as long as I have time for that period to impart lives. So well, I don't want to keep going. I can keep going
Okay.
and going and going.
Okay, let me quickly jump in, Dr. Olasheni. Do you have, because you mentioned that you have a book and all the likes, have you considered yourself and Dr. Joe actually having some video productions with respect to this mentorship that can be accessible to different set of African youth across the globe? Even if it is for a token that can be dropping in a little bit to cushion the effect of what you guys are doing, offering to the larger chunk of the African youth that might not even have money and the like, so that the courage of the business of the business of helping people is not eating deep into your personal savings alone. Can you that'll be the last question and I'll let you go.
Okay. But I will not go until you share what the secret you have about Igbo College. Right? I hope you share that before I go. Okay. All right. So I think that's a very wonderful question, and I think we should be thinking in that direction. Like you said, if we're giving back, right, we don't want to be a burden to people, to be asking for funds, right, to do the program that is important to us. So it would be nice for us to have a way that we can acquire income, right? We can acquire income that we can use to fund our projects. So I think what we could do in that direction, because I have taught financial literacy when I taught in Louisiana in high school. I created a course from scratch, and I taught high school students, secondary school students, how to manage their money when they get into the outside world. So when they are the precipice of just getting a job, going to college. So I prepared the course for them. So I don't know the idea that Dr. Job has, but I think that might be a good thing. That we can create a course. We try to make it as the finest course on financial literacy for our people. So knowing what goes on in Nigeria and knowing how we can help our people to be financially prudent as early as possible. So I think it will be, like you said, be in the form of a video, maybe a video course that we do, that people will not have to break the bank to access. Maybe 5,000 naira or 10,000. I don't know how much. I don't know the sweet spot for the money that people should pay.
And you know the reason why I'm saying this, because I'm saying this based on experience. After some time, I just had to take a break. Because I don't want to continually be seen as somebody that is always coming to beg for help, to help people that I wanted to help. I wanted to see that, okay, let me take a break. Let me see how I can develop some maybe kind of income generating this stuff personally for myself, as I can know that, okay, if I'm saying I want to help this youth, I don't need to be waiting for until people bring in collections and all the likes. I can just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, top companies like Microsoft.
While I'm doing it, if anybody cares to join, you can join. You understand? So I'm just in that and there was a particular stuff that I did in fashion. My wife is a fashion consultant in fashion. We created videos over time. It cost us a lot to build that video, trainings and the likes. So after a while, that video continues to generate income because I don't need to do anything again. It has been done. You just go download the training and they pay. And from there, we can see little that we can still help people with and the like. So it's just a thought, because I don't want, I understand that it's what I passed through. I understand when people have this kind of a dream, you are giving out free. There is no free lunch anywhere. You are giving out free. After a time, if care is not taken, you become broke yourself. And when you become broke yourself, that dream is off.
Yeah. So let me chip in something from that, right? So there's a lot of great thing that's going to be happening at the global level with Uplinks Ojo initiative, right? Even the mentorship part of it, right? So I encourage everybody listening now, or those that will come across this video eventually, to go to the website, right? uplinksojo.com. Then you can see a lot of ways that you can benefit from the organization, such that can also help the organization to keep thriving. The goal is not to make money, to be rich and all of those. The goal is to solve problem, right? The real world problem for people across the globe, right? So, and we have been doing it, right? With our hard-earned money, right? Sponsoring people and everybody, even our Nehemiah Foundation and everybody here has, I've been contributing one way or the other. Central Foundation, right? We've been doing this, right? We're gonna do it regardless whether we have money or we don't have money. We're gonna find a way to serve the humanity. That's what we are, is a calling, right? So, but if you also go to the website, you can also see, right? So now, an idea that I think can also help is that we have a lot of university, a lot of high schools, middle schools, colleges across the globe, in the West, in North America, all over, even in Nigeria as well, right? A lot of them can benefit from this program, right? So when those institutions are requesting our service, we're not going to give it to them for free, right? Because they are already an institution, they're already making a lot of money. They're going to pay something for it, right? So that's kind of an idea that I'm also seeing can help. Even with the youth, right? We know that some youth are going to some private school that are very expensive, and their parents are able to afford it, right? We want to reach out to some of those schools and sell the product and the program to them to help those youth, so that they can grow up to make their parents proud and not constitute problem on the street and to the world. And they need good and proper mentorship, right? So some of those schools, we want to reach out to them. So anyone that is a head of such schools, principals, head of schools, head of organization, maybe a manager, you have people under you, employee and all of those, right? You are a pastor, you have people in your congregation, they can benefit from the mentorship program. You can reach out to us, and then you can pay for such service so that we can get money, and then we can use the money to sponsor the less privileged, the one that are poor, the one that are in the public schools, who doesn't even have money to take care of themselves. But we don't want anybody to miss out of this great opportunity. So those are the way we can also look at it, right? To help financially, right? Otherwise, we continue to carry the burden by ourselves, right? Other means is also that if you want to just come for a one-time consulting, right? Bring your problem and seek one-time mentorship. That's great. But if you want a continuous one, a lifelong one, right? A lifetime mentorship, you can also sign up, right? And then you pay for such, right? If you want to have like a certificate issued to you that you can add to your resume, that you can add to say, okay, I attended this mentorship program. This is what I learned. This is what I learned. These are the skills that I have acquired. And you can pay for that as well. And then we'll deliver those to you, right? Because there's no way you will come through this mentorship program and not go away with values and not make something meaningful out of what you're going to get. It's not possible for you not to get a result. It's not possible. There are a lot of testimony out there of how great. So we believe those are the things that can help. In addition to what Dr. Olashini has said about, maybe creating that video that we can monetize or something like that.
Okay. Thank you so very much. We have few minutes before we wrap up today's program, but please let me make a welcome. There is this our Caucasian African that is in our midst, Jay Barak. His name is Chukudi. He lives in the United States. He's from Badagry.
Yeah.
So before I know that you might have one or two to say with respect to what the doctor just said now, because I want to free Dr. Fadikbe Olasheni. I want to free him so that he can attend to some stuff. So Jim Barak, what's your take on what we've been discussing so far?
Well, the seed was planted, I think, by yourself and your wife. Dr. Ojo filled in the soil and did the watering. I really appreciate the fact that the momentum of this is in mentorship for the youth. What makes that important to me is that the only way grassroots movement move is from the youth. We have an approach here in America where, like the gentleman was saying, at the precipice of when somebody's going to be going to a college or something like that, well, that's where the mentorship comes into play. I find it so important that Dr. Ojo, if you remember, there was we did something where gives like a gives me send go thing or something, and some money was raised. Well, I looked at it as an opportunity to fulfill that wish of keeping that movement going. And when I hear Dr. Ojo explain it in such, and the gentleman over here, I'm still so hopeful that the rest of the world kind of attaches to this process where, yes, you can mentor, and then you can market the mentor. You can get the exploitation in the other way. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Jim Barak. Let me quickly state this, that we are going to be taking the world by surprise, because is this helping hands matter, this desire to help the larger chunk of the African youth or the global youth in general is not something that one single person can actualize such dream. And that's why this platform is going to be open to as many people that are going to have the right mentality of affecting their world positively, because we are actually not dragging any space. I heard Dr. Fadik Olasheni talking about, he's also thinking of bringing up a foundation. You can imagine if Olasheni brings up a foundation, Everybody on this platform, we're already in one foundation or the other, and the foundation is legit. We are transforming lives and the lights. This platform is actually for you. The major thing is that we are spreading, because a single tree cannot make a forest. And if you think you have even seen anything, wait until you see what Ambassador Joseph and his foundation has been doing. Then you will know that we all need to do more. We all need to spread out, and we all need to collaborate. The word there is partnership. We should partner with each other in order to ensure that what A is doing and B can do extra can be joined together, and C can do the other angle. Because the world of mentorship is far beyond imagination. And Cetrus Foundation cannot now say you want to do what we are doing and now add mentorship to it, when we have professionals that are in that path that can easily carry off that burden. Or is it the foundation by Ambassador Joseph that is already going into that they are already standing in the face of over 30,000 youths per week, per month? So, and they are facing the academic balance, intelligence quotient that is needed for the corporate world, whereas they can ship all those guys that do not need to be in the four walls of the school to the Cetrus Foundation, so that we can give them the opportunity to use their skill, to train them in numerical skill. Before we knew it, we are blossoming up into a larger group of people that are actually solving problems. But don't get it twisted. Every one of us need the services of Dr. Ojo with respect to mentorship. Because as we are thinking of helping others, we also need to be mentored in the line of business administration, that is his own special area, to help ensure that there is structure in place, there is the needed process to ensure that whatever we are doing to fund this our dream of helping others is more well structured, is yielding inflow, so that we can be more blessings to each other. So you can see that every one of us are operating like a web that will make us stand the test of time. I remember when
we're forming an ecosystem. We're forming an ecosystem.
That is just the grammar. So I'm going to stop here by going to the next person. I want this person to talk now. Our friend Star. I believe Ajay Igbe Star is here.
Yes, sir, I am, sir. Good evening, sir.
Ajay Igbe Star. Can you tell me the reason why you are named Star?
I guess because the name is unique.
Wow, seriously unique. And the beautiful thing is that you are beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, Star, can you tell us a little bit of what you see in Uplink Ojo and what they are trying to achieve? And how will you rate the value?
Okay.
What value? How will you value what they are trying to accomplish? And in what way do you think you can contribute to your quota?
Okay. I would start by saying that I would start by answering the third question you asked, that what value do I think they are contributing? So there was a time I was opportunity to be a guest speaker at one of these mentorship sessions, basically, and I could see how much it was trying to impact those students. And one thing that I've noticed is that we young people tend to want to make choices, but then we don't know which direction to go, what decision to make, basically. And I think that Uplinks Ojo is actually like a guide that helps us to know if we're to go left or to go right. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. But basically,
Yeah, I do.
we are young people. We are young people here, and we are at our stage of making very critical decisions that if we don't have a guide that would lead us or help us make those decisions, we might end up making the wrong ones, basically. So I think that is what Uplinks Ojo is trying to do, trying to help us. And I see that is really, really helping. I I could say I'm a mentee also because I've learned a whole lot from him, and because of some of the things I've heard from him, I've been able to make certain decisions that I would probably not have made if I didn't get those things from him. So that is
Mm-hmm.
the value I see that Uplinks Ojo is bringing to we youth generally. Also, I'm not sure I remember your second question properly.
I think
Could you say?
the question you actually answered solves everything, because you are not
Oh,
just giving us a rhetoric answer, you are giving us the example of how this has impacted you, and that is the value, the key value we are searching for. The
okay.
real time story at time T. Dr. Olasheni will agree with me that in mathematics we are always considering at time T, whereby you hold some factors constant, where you have the variable ones that we'll be working on so that we can get the one that is missing. And you have
Yep.
nailed it. And it's so
Yep.
nice to hear from you as a youth. Now,
Thank you, sir.
based on the little discussion we've had this night, I think this is not going to be the one-time discussion. Before October, we are going to bring everyone here back to talk about this, but I'm going to be inviting someone to join us. I think Dr. Ojo and Jim Barak has met with him. That
Oh
is
yeah.
Festus Igodaro, the pioneer behind Youth Pray for Nigeria, that is usually done every October of each year. Last year's own was they had over 5,000 youth seated in the what's it called, in National Stadium. I think by the time we begin to infuse all this, then there should be a meeting that will be, I will try to set up a private meeting between the people I'm having here and him, so that there can be this synergy, because Nigeria is experiencing a lot of challenges now because some segment of the youth are being corrupted like virus. So it is people like us that have ideas of how life should be, of how impact should be made in their life, that they are searching and yearning for. Now, to say this, the question is, in one single sentence, Ajayigbe, do you think you will be proud of yourself still functioning with Uplinks Ojo in the next 10, 15 years?
Definitely, yes. I'll be very proud to be
And why
functioning
why
with
is that?
Uplinks Ojo. Because in a few years' time, I believe that Uplinks Ojo would have been able to reach out to millions of youth that it would have
Mm-hmm.
impacted and will be seeing the results eventually. And that is why I think I'll be very proud to be a part of the Uplinks Ojo.
And do you think you
Yeah.
have the stamina to stand with Dr. Ojo? Because he's full of structures. He loves
Um, I'm
structure.
learning I'm learning from him, and I believe that I love structure myself. So I feel like I should be able to.
Okay, that's a fine one. Now,
Yeah.
Oluwati,
Can I jump in real quick about Dr. Ojo? Dr.
okay.
Ojo is really it changed. He changed me to thinking like how like the fact that he was involved in so many aspects with his life of his dad living so long, he being in the military, understanding business. He combined all these things and took that knowledge and he just ran with it. Now I remember, and by the way, I double checked how long we've actually known each other. It is 7.35 years that we've
Wow.
actually known each other. And I have been here and on the sideline, and just like sometimes I'm little, whatever. But the whole thing about like unity and the way we get along is by expressing some type of value process. And if you don't have the youth involved, what do we got? And that's what Dr. Ojo and say Deo and his wife taught me. They taught me that the youth, if they're not involved, we have no future.
True.
Thank you.
There's no voice, no sound.
What's happening? Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry. I really appreciate you, Jim Barak, for what you just said, but let us enjoy some little clips from what Dr. Ojo, that is not in Nigeria, has been doing. And some persons are in Nigeria, they are not even thinking about this youth. So I just wanted to have a feel of some of these youth that Dr. Ojo has been chatting with, training them online to the extent that they went to this particular school, set up a studio where they can be mentored directly with himself there. What's it called? Whatever telecommunication gadgets that they set up there. So let's just listen.
I'm in SS2. My name is Anita. I'm in SS2 Christian Light, and I'm head girl of Apostolic Faith Secondary. Okay, the program has really influenced my confidence. Like, it has raised my confidence level higher, and it has helped me, like, in my, I would say, for my academic grade, it has really helped a lot because it helps me use, like, there was a particular thing that Mr. Ojo talked about. He talked about forward planning, strategic thinking, and all. So it has really helped me shape and improve more on my academic grade and my life in general. And it has really been very impactful. Okay, I would say there was a particular time we talked about SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. Really helps, like, help me to, like, work with those 5 goals, like, achieve and make my life, like, more planned and organized.
Okay, you can imagine at this what's it called? You can imagine that at this level, Dr. Ojo is already bombarding these youth with this level of knowledge. Now, ask yourself, 3-5 years time, what are they going to be feeling like? Because they are already being indoctrinated into a world filled with structures, filled with planning, filled with goals. And when a child has goals ahead of him, there is little that distraction can do to him or her. Those were opportunities we never had. And that is where I want to conclude with Dr. Olasheni, because the particular school that he was mentioning, Igbobi College, a lot of youths in that school, they were distracted. I happen to live in a particular house that they sell food there, and the woman is called Yel Sarah, and this woman knows how to cook beans, bread, all those nice food and light. You see, large numbers of these youths, they were supposed to be going to school. They will branch in that place. They will finish eating and decide to start doing something else. They were losing focus en masse. Dr. Olasheni should be able to attest to this, to the extent that sometimes some teachers from that school will come in just because they've had the rumor that some some students, they will not even enter class. They will come to that place, finish eating, start. Is an only boys' school. They will start. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct. Absolutely.
It's an only boys' school, so they will come with their khaki dress and the likes. They will just be constituting nuisance, and a lot of them missed out in the journey of life. But the few that were focused, they came out best, and majority of them are in the higher places in the country today. So imagine that if about the story I'm telling you now is about 30 something years back. If about 30 something, 40 something years back, that this particular set of youth came in contact with non-selfish mind like this, you and I, that we are here, and we have decided to take the gospel according to their future life to them, don't you think we would have saved some of them that are now, that ended their life as area boys? Some of them would have been killed now, because Fade happens to be a place that is notoriously inclined. Maybe they are changing now, but then when I was living in that place, it was war. When there is riot, that is where you really understand what riot is.
Yeah.
So
Because
Doctor,
it's very close to Ikorodu Road. Very close to Ikorodu Road.
very well.
Which take place, yes.
Good. And you remember there was this particular year that there was this fight that IBB must go.
Yes. I was there. I was in the Ikorodu Road now with tear gas. I was there.
So you see how small this world is. IBB must go. These youths came to the express road. They stopped a truck carrying cows. They killed the cows and used the head to write IBB must go. So a lot happened then. Then that was a period as a child. I was seeing bullets flying. We had to lie down in our houses. Bullets were flying, and there was barrack behind us. Behind this particular school that I'm saying, there is military barracks there that they will come out and a whole lot. So why am I bringing this up? If we fail to help the youth of today, we are only planning or postponing the unavoidable dangers. And without talking too much, you guys know what Nigeria is going through now, because some youths were not put into proper shape when they were being born into this world. So we are actually doing a great job. Ajay Igbesta, I have to let you go now because I need to bring in someone that is also doing fantastically well. He has been a pioneer when it comes to going to this school. He's taking the battles to this school. And fortunately enough, he has been working with Dr. Ojo. And this, I tell you, is a good one. So, Ajay Igwe, Star, it's an honor to have you. I hope when next we invite you, you will be here.
I'll try my best, sir. Thank you very much.
Can I say something in parting?
Okay.
Have you investigated other platforms to market on? There's a website here in America. It's called Rumble. It's creating a lot of attention. You don't have to worry about the terms of service as much to speak your mind in anything, but that's not the point. But many years ago, I started Central Spotlight, and Deo put up the videos up there. I'm trying to reach out, and maybe you can jump into Rumble and check that out and see if we can progress on that. If you need to reach out to me, Deo has my email and stuff like that. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll get the necessary discussion going between you guys and Dr. Ojo so that we can really affect our world. Thank you so much, Ajay. I will let you go now so that I can bring in Yetunde. Bye, Ajay. Okay. Oh, Yetunde, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. It's an honor to have Yetunde, an ambassador, back here. Ambassador, you know what we are going to do for Ambassador? Let's make Ambassador laugh small. Ambassador, welcome to the world of NEPA. Now, let's just relax a little bit. The good thing is that if you think you are doing something, wait until you see somebody that is running faster than you on what you are doing. And when you see somebody that is running faster than you on what you think you are doing, that should not stimulate jealousy. It should only stimulate or increase what we call the adrenaline to learn from those that are doing it better than you and to also go in to appreciate them and partner with them so that your lot can be better. That is the story of Ambassador Joseph Adewale. He has been someone that has been going into all these schools where you have people, pupils or students that a lot of us might not be finding it comfortable to even relate with them because they are most of the time very tough to handle. He has been going to this numerous school, touching life, changing lives, and he has evidence to prove. But the beautiful thing is that you now have Dr. Ojo combining forces with Nehemiah's Foundation, and the same Dr. Ojo combining forces with Cetro's Foundation, and we are all talking about nothing about finance or just making money, but transforming the lives of those that do not have the opportunity to pay back. I think this is a beautiful one. So, Ambassador, over to you. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Very well.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit of how Dr. Ojo's Uplinks Ojo Global has been of impact in the life of some of these youths that your foundation has been going all the way to transform their life, even without support from anywhere?
Yeah. Okay. What Uplinks Ojo have been doing, I mean, it's very amazing to even hear that the vision for Uplinks Ojo have been up since 95. If I remember clearly, you said that. You know, that's a lot. You know, such a vision from way back. That's 31 years ago. That is very deep, and to have come this far, playing the video of one of the beneficiaries of the projects of Uplinks Ojo is just one out of a million of the impacts that have been made over time. The role that mentorship plays, some of us can tell how important the role is. Personally, to be candid, I ended up doing the sciences. I wouldn't have gone there if I had guides. I mean, if there was a mentor who guided me, I later realized I would have done better with other anything other than the sciences. I didn't do too badly, but I would have done much better. But because there wasn't mentorship. I I remember that the year that I got to SS3, I realized that I was one of the below average students. Then I had a friend then who was in another school, but we were at the same tutorial. As a matter of fact, it was because I realized that in my class I was below average. I had to, out of determination, go to enroll at a tutorial center. Then, I caught up with quite a number of friends who boosted my morale as to hasten my academics, And this guy, a very good friend of mine, he would play with all of us. They were the ones who chased the girlfriends. I never had any girlfriend until I left secondary school, but they did all of that, and this guy, anytime we wrote mock examinations or any of the tests at the tutorials, he would get 99 over 100. And you basically know that it's because the teacher refused to give him the 1 mark that is remaining. That's how good this guy is. And I always wonder, this guy plays so much. Those were the days when Afrobeat was just trying to find its foot, and you will hear him sing all of those that were coming up back then. The Plantation Boys. No, Plantation Boys came later. I think this Tony Tetwila. I can't remember their own group, and Idris and one other guy. But then one day I was with him. We went to their house. They were living in a 2-room apartment. And so we got into their living room. So I was the last person to come in. I was closing the door. Then I saw a piece of paper with a timetable that starts from 11 p.m. study time. And I asked him, Prosper, what's this? He said, that's my study timetable. I said, from what time? He said, 11 p.m. I said, what? This is wicked. That's the way I put it. To see this guy, he would lead every other person to play the whole time away. We didn't know that he would get back home and then settle all night into studying. And that's how he was acing everybody. So I took a cue and I went back. I'm saying all of this just to say that the role that mentorship plays goes a long way. I was in one of the schools in Omole Omole Estate, and they brought a student to me. He had a case, and I began to talk to the young boy. And at the point, I asked him, "What would you like to become?" He said he would like to become a doctor. Oh, really? I said, "That's great. So, what class are you?" He said he was in SS2C. I said SS2C. So I asked the teacher, what department is that? And they said it's commercial. Doctor, commercial class. So that's a clear case of a young person who had no mentorship. Although there are counselors in schools, but then what do these counselors do? Maybe, sometimes a typical school in Lagos State has an average of about 1,200 students, and there's one counselor. One counselor to 1,200 students every school day, you are going to wear that counselor out. So there isn't so much that these counselors could do. So when we come around like that, we try to augment what they do and to scale up the impact that they make in the lives of these young people. So that is where Uplinks Ojo comes in. That is where Cetros come in, because we just finished our 2026 annual intersecondary schools debates. We had it just 4 days ago. That was Wednesday, 10th of June. And 12 schools came together in a zone, right? And so we had around 150 students. I brought in a keynote speaker from Port Harcourt. He flew in on Tuesday night, picked him up from the airport. It was a very, very fantastic day. And I had another guy who came in from Cincinnati, who just joined us. I had to meet up with my keynote speaker, and he was there. So I'm mentioning these people because of the comments they made. They were so overwhelmed with the performance of these young people, hearing how eloquent they were at doing literary debates delivery, and they were so impressed. That in a way gives me joy to know now that we can bring these people into a mentorship hub so that we can help them to articulate their innate capacity. Because most of the time, if you don't do that for them, that's how some of these young people end up with cybercrime, because they are geniuses by nature. But if you don't help them to navigate what they have in them, they use it the wrong way. And that's the role that mentorship plays. And so I'm so impressed at what Uplinks Udo have been doing. I'm impressed at what Cetros have been doing by, taking these young people and engaging them in skills acquisition. Like I said on the last session, we have tens and hundreds of young people who are in secondary school today who do not have any business there, because they don't want to have any business with academics. They just want to learn skills and build a life with it. And so we are going to begin to put such people together and pass them to you. And the same thing with Uplinks Studio when it comes to mentorship. We have a batch of young people for the mentorship from the last edition of the debates. And there is another set of 24 young people that just qualified last week. So we are going to add them up, and we're going to create a hub where we are going to all begin to mentor them. The beautiful thing is when we expose these young people to people like you who mentor them, it goes a long way. It shifts their mind and makes them begin to pursue a target. So they set a target for themselves based on what we expose them to. And then my belief is we can raise these young people to become another set of trainers. That way, because let me tell you, in Lagos State, there are about 450 government schools. 450 spread across, no, that's not correct, 650. Because there are 6 education districts. Each of the districts have an average of 110 schools. So 110 in 6 places is about 650, 660. And in each of these schools, you have an average let me just say average of 1,000. So if you do the math there, you realize that there is a lot of work that we have to do. And that's why I didn't know, probably I was kept in the back end. I've been trying to say something before Dr. Olasheni goes off, because he said something that's very, very critical. He said that people like him, there are quite a number of people like him who want to give back to the nation that raised them. And I have come to realize that truly there are countless people who desire to find a noble way to give back to the society, but they don't know how to go about it. And I wanted to really say to him before he leaves that, look, you've already found the channel. Talk to such friends that you have, because the fact is, like Dr. Ojo said, we at Nehemiah Protege Foundation, I personally have been funding the foundation for the last 5 years. I have a logistics business, right? We do haulage and we do some form of consulting. So the proceeds I make from my business, I mostly move into the foundation to run many of our projects. As we speak, we need to get some school supply for underserved students. I told you the last time we brought in bicycles from the UK for students who travel between 5 and 10 kilometers away from their schools. So we allocate bicycles to them so they could ride instead of trekking. And so they could not, many of them, after trekking for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, they get to school and they become useless because they have to catch their breath first. So
question. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know of a foundation here in America. I went to the to their annual meeting where they give out bikes, and they've already tried and been there. I'll pass that forward information to Dr. Ojo and Deo. There's a foundation here in America that does do that. It's just the awareness that people need to understand that there's certain amount of grassroots level to marketing. We can't depend on like just getting the word out through like a commercial or anything. We have to actually get down to the level and contact to people, and make connections. And that's what I'm trying to offer. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'll be so glad. Like I said,
to quickly chip something, right? To quickly chip in,
like
right?
I said, sorry, Dr. Ojo, just a moment. Like I said, if we do the math, for example, a typical school that has 1,000 students, you can agree with me that out of 1,000, about 300 of them will be coming from far distance. Now, 300 times 660 schools in Lagos State. So you will see that as many bicycles as we could access, we have underserved students, parents who can afford to even transport their children to school, but they just want them in school. So it will do a lot of good. Please, Dr. Ojo, please help us to work with that young man so we could see what we can do to access that opportunity to bring in those bicycles. As we speak, we need to get school bags, get socks, school sandals, school belts. We need to get uniform there are students who are basically in rags. We don't blame them. So their parents can't afford it. Some of them can't even afford a square meal. So we take up such students and we redress them. We have need for that school supply as we speak, but because we just finished the project, so I have to wait for another set of business to bring in money and all of that. Sometime I employed someone to pursue some grants. I paid him and he just absconded. To tell you the challenge that we have here in Nigeria, in the north, let me not say that here, but I believe that together we'll do great. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Nehemiah Protege Foundation. We talk more because even yourself, you need to get some form of mentorship to help you with fundraising and other area also, because our accountability is very important, and how you raise fund is also very, very important. And it's also fundraising should not be like at the last minute, like when it's 1 week or 2 weeks. It has to be year round for such a huge program like that. I think I said that before. I think we need to revisit that maybe on a private note as well, and see how things can be done differently, and to achieve better results, achieving more results with lesser resources, or more resources and more results, right? So, but to reflect on what Jim Barak said, those are kind of support we needed, right? So anyone listening to this, or those that will come across this video, and you know right there that there are organization, foundation, maybe in the West, in the North America, or across the globe, and you know that they are like-minded people, they share the same vision and values like we do, empowering the youth, solving problem, raising the future leader, mentoring those that needed mentorship. Everybody needs mentorship, of course, but there are some people that cannot even afford it, right? So organizations that are out there, individuals that are out there that have such a passion for such, I want to be of help, I want to support, they can reach out to us. They can reach out to Cetros Foundation. They can reach out to Uplinks Ojo. They can reach out to Nehemiah Protege Foundation, and we can partner. We can partner with them, right? There's no reason why we shouldn't partner with other people from across the globe. Like I always say, a problem of one society could become a problem of another society if it's not critically and seriously dealt with before things go south. So when we are able to empower these youths and mentor them correctly and properly, even where they are right now at their early stage, whether in Africa or in America or anywhere, and we're able to mentor them properly, it's going to help make the world a better place. And it's going to be to our own blessing, right? Because we won't be worried about, all kind of things that are going around the world, right? We won't be worried about those, right? Because the world will be a peaceful and better place when people are properly mentored from childhood, from growing up,
Okay.
So we need all those support. So if as much information that we have from people, send it to us. The one that Jim Barak shared now, please send it to Cetros, the name of this organization.
Wheels, WHEELS, for life.org. They've been working. His name is Hans Ray. I've met. This is the important thing about like transportation. It's like, why are we being held back when there's a simple attitude towards transport? Like if we're being held back, you could take a bike, right? Well, then take a bike. Well, where are the bikes? That's the problem. And this company fills that gap. Wheels for Life with the number 4.org.
Okay. Yeah, so we can reach out to them. We can reach out to them. We can call them. We can send an email.
Jim Barak, you can type that in for me so that I can put it up.
Okay.
Okay. I think we have just 5 minutes to wrap up every discussion this night. We've done so very well today. Today's live stream has been very, very valuable, impactful, and let me tell you, whether some ideas get into execution point or not, the major determinants of such ideas are not just the dreamer or the founder or the owner of that idea. The major execution of any idea is just the ability to get the right sort of persons to try to execute them. In the process of trying to execute your ideas, the accomplishment or the executioners will come. That is why I must say to you, kudos to you, Dr. Ojo, for not just dreaming about Uplinks Ojo Global, but trying your best to bringing life into it by stimulating execution. I remember the first time I met with Dr. Ojo. The striking thing was the fact that...
Me too. Yep, me too. I remember the first time I remember meeting him. It took me back. I'm sorry to interrupt, but yes, it was a moment.
I remember the fact that all his desire was just, how can I be of help? You can imagine this is somebody that set up a business, not for profit, but just to help African fashion designers. I know he will be smiling now, saying that I can still remember where we met. Just to help African fashion designers. And the first interaction was produce certain number of nose marks and some particular dresses, that is being produced here in Nigeria, that I am not looking for profit. I just want to make sure that those that are into this fashion business, they have money in their hands. And I was like, do we still have people that are thinking like this, even after spending years outside the continent of Africa? That was how we got to know Dr. Ojo. And he did that, and we shipped it across to him, to the extent that there are some youths here that we trained in bag. There is a particular youth we trained in bag making. Dr. Ojo helped to ship a product down to the United States of America. And the feedback was the family actually loved those bags because they were quality. Now, as I speak with you, the lady has continuously been in production. Presently, she is now training others on how to make those bags. And some persons and some of our followers that are in other countries in the Caribbean and the likes, they are patronizing her. Those are the stories of people that are looking forward to touching other people's lives, not just looking for how they and their family alone can just take a dive to the Bahamas. But the question we want to ask ourselves today, how sustainable can one man continue to give 1,000 hours of his life for free to youth in the continent of Africa and beyond? Why you and I are folding our hands? Dr. Ojo will be the last person to close up the meeting of tonight. So I'm going to start with Yetunde. Hello, Yetunde. I want you to close tonight's discussion by telling us how you where am I getting that feedback from? Okay, just tell us how you intend to add value to what Uplinks Ojo is doing within the next 5 years. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So, because myself, I love to give back to the society. I love seeing young people doing well, and I love to see women being empowered and all that. So I really love what Uplink Ojo is doing. So it gives me the opportunity to work with them. So I knew that this is a vision that I want to be part of. Okay, so how I see Uplink Ojo, how I see myself contributing positively to this vision is by as someone who is here to assist the visionaire, the founder of this vision. I want to make sure that things are very seamless for him. He's able to communicate with his team members, the mentees. He's able to also get the words information about this about uplinks to more people, all right, to share the news and as much as possible, make everything at the back end to work for seamlessly while he is focusing on doing the mentorship, right? So as much as I can, I will be able to support him in these ways and even more.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Yetunde, for that. And we look forward to running a scale of your performance with respect to this your promise, because this is a promise and we want to see results from this. It's nice having you on ground. Okay, now I move over to my beautiful friend, my Canadian friend, Oluwakemi.
I'm not in Canada, I'm in Cape Town.
You're in
If you're
Cape Town.
judging from the winter coat, is because we are currently having winter in Cape Town,
In Cape Town.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on.
winter is from March to August.
Like the rest of the world, hold on. Did you just say Cape Town? And that sounds like South Africa.
Yeah, that's it.
Kemi, please make sure that you are safe.
I am.
News I'm getting from those guys.
So there's no crisis in Cape Town.
Okay.
Yeah, probably because it's probably majorly white dominated or a substantial number of whites. So
please
the provinces that are having crises are the black dominated provinces.
Okay. That's an idea. So when I'm visiting there, I'll probably say I miss the white so that I don't get
Yeah, please come to Cape Town. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Check Google.
How my wife is looking at me. My wife is already having a mindset for South Africans.
Yeah. It's well.
Yeah.
Okay, so in line with what just happened, I think the Cetros has dropped.
We probably should wait for him. He's gonna join back.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so sorry for that glitch. Okay, we're listening to you. Your parting words.
Okay, so in line with what we've been talking about and the partnership that we are looking up for between Nehemiah Prodigy Foundation and Uplinks Ojo, I just want to say that I am here for whatever capacity Uplinks Ojo wants me to partake in. I'll be willing to lend a helping hand for the betterment of all the children, because there's a lot of insanity in our society and we need to put more sanity in our society. So whatever it takes, I am willing to work in any capacity that my bosses deem fit. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. I love that. And let me quickly chip in this. Whenever you guys have a program that is going to be involving a very huge kind of program, just let us know if we are free that same period. I can pick one or two of our youth that we've trained in photography and videography and storm the event to cover it properly for you. So we can do that for you at no charge, just a support to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Because we really believe in what you guys are doing. And we look forward to you guys expanding more, touching more lives. It's an honor to be meeting with you guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So now we move over to Ambassador himself. As ambassador spoken.
My parting words?
Yes, please.
Oh, well, my parting word would just be to kind of encourage us to keep doing what we're doing. We are aware that there are countless people who set up foundations for selfish gains. So they do all kinds of shenanigans. But for those of us who developed what we are doing out of true passion for the betterment of our society, you know, we are focusing on the younger people because we know very well that the younger people are the pillar of any society. And unfortunately, in the days that we live in, a lot of things grapples for their attention. And unless people like us try to engage them to make them look in the right direction, there are, I mean, a lot of things calling their attention in the wrong direction. And they are young people, they are vulnerable, they will naturally go in the direction. So that's why we just take a position to say, look, we need you here. This is where the right values are. And so all we are doing put together forms a synergy that delivers for us in the nearest future a chunk of young people who can become the true generation of change makers, and it should be to our own interest. One of the things that we commonly say in all of the works that we do at the foundation, particularly where we engage the older people, when I say older people, I'm talking about parents of these young people. Sometimes we hold meetings with parent forums. Sometimes we meet them on different forums. We keep saying to them that how you raise your child is my business. And it's a slogan that we have tried to put in the mouth of every single parent. How you raise your child is my business. Because if you don't raise them right, tomorrow they are either going to become a problem to me, they will take away my peace, or they are going to have something to do with my own child and begin to trouble a pathway that we have guided them to build that leads to success. So, put together, we engage these young people in all the schools. We select those out of them who need mentorship. We select those who need to acquire skills, and we distribute them accordingly. I mean, over time, we would have built a community that takes away our worry and begins to give us some comfort in saying that, yes, we now have a crop of young people who we truly know can hold on to tomorrow and deliver what we desire. And God will help us. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so very much, Ambassador Joseph. It's nice. And on the premise of what you just mentioned, that's why I'm not displaying the link that Jim Barak sent. He has sent the link already in the private chat. So I've already sent it to Dr. Ojo. Maybe before the end of this program, Dr. Ojo, you can forward it to Ambassador's WhatsApp link. So I will also try to forward it to you because some persons might just come online. They pick such link, not because they want to help the youth. They can start fabricating some shady deals for, before you know it now, some group of jokers can begin to bring in these requests for this just for their personal gain. Maybe they want to sell it and like. So that's why I'm not displaying it. So Jim Barrett.
Sorry, did I send you on any of our data for the bicycle allocation?
No.
Did I send you anything? Okay, please. I'll send you.
You sent a video where it was distributed.
Okay, so I just wanted to be sure I sent to you.
Yeah, you
to show you that we're already running that project, and that one you saw, we only had 500 bicycles in the 40-foot container. That's what came in from the UK, right? So it means that to really lubricate the system, we need in a year at least between 6 and 10 containers so that the impact will increase. You know,
right?
It's a lot, but God will help us.
Yeah, no, the bikes here in America sit around useless in garages. There needs to be a
Oh,
motivation factor here in America that just says, hey, look, you know, donate your car, donate your bike. Think about this. The potential's there. There's a foundation there. There's not the awareness, though, that we need to this subject. We need 10,000 bikes a month in
yeah.
that area. That's what we need. Why is the grassroots movement being stalled? Because nobody can transport themselves. How
Mhm.
unfair is that? Just to think about, like, why are you so broke and on top of it don't have a bike? I mean, think how
Let me
unfair it
show
is.
you. Let me show you what I'm wearing. I don't know if you could see this. You see Cycle to School Plus.
Oh, amen, brother.
If you can see this, what I have
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
on Cycle to School Plus. That's the project.
Hey, look, this guy Hans Ray, he was a former mountain biker, world-class mountain biker. He started the foundation. His name is Hans Ray. I think he's from Sweden. Wonderful man. I met him. This hat right here, I went and got it because I bought the hat, because I supported him. Wheels for Life. They got it really going on. They're good people. Now look, it's been 5 years since I last talked to him, but I did remember bringing this up to Dale a long time ago. So I'm here on this side of the pond. If you need to reach out, look, I have contacts a little bit, but I also pay attention to what's going on, and reach out to me. Jim S. Barrack, BARRACK at gmail.com. I'm not going to hesitate. I'll respond immediately.
Okay, that'll be.
I think you should type that as well.
Would you want to go over? Could you please type it?
Jim.
Yes.
Hello,
yes, sir.
Hello, Jim. Type that privately. Send.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Will forward it to him because thousands of persons are going to see this video, and I don't want.
You know what? It's not a problem with me, so you don't have to worry about it. I can monitor. I can monitor my own email.
I love to prevent anyone that is with me from troubles of these jokers. That especially you have a lot of them in Nigeria and in some other part of Africa. So just send it privately. I will send it to Dr. Ojo and Ambassador so that they don't bombard you with phishing and all the likes.
Yeah, I just sent it in the private chat.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, who's next to go?
Oh, wait, I want to say one parting word then. I was just jumping in. My parting word is people have faith, have courage, have resiliency. Knowing that the truth and the light is in front of you is your only path forward. And I got to admit, Dr. Ojo has touched my heart and Deo's touched my heart. And the people that I'm now meeting, I want to say thank you for coming into this movement. And I've been here.
Thank you.
You guys are important to me because I want to see change, and that's my party words. So thank you. Love you all.
Wow.
Love you too. Love you too. Thank you.
Jim Barrack, as always. This guy is actually from Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria. It's just we forgot when God was creating him. We just forgot to bake him very well. So that's why he's maintaining his white color.
Can I bring up a personal fact? My dad was not Caucasian. My dad was Greek and Lebanese. So my dad was not white at all. My mother was lily white, Scottish, Irish, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm not actually a, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Interesting.
So it's nice having Jim here. Okay, is there anyone that is omitted from giving us the parting? I think Yetunde has done, Kemi has done. Okay, Dr. Ojo, over to you. The parting word.
All right, so thank you so much, everybody.
Kemi is still here.
I'm very honored to be. I'm honored to be here, and I remain very humble, and I appreciate everybody. All of you that are here in the studio, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Everybody listening online and those that will come across this video, I appreciate you. We love you all. Please be aware that our mission is to help solve real world problems. The mission is to help mentor people across the globe, especially the youth, because the future is not secure if they are not properly mentored and guided. And beyond that, we are focusing on creating a system that will help us scale this mentorship program and initiative. We are asking for people to help us spread the word, connect us to schools, to leaders, to principals, connect us to pastors who have people in their congregation that need mentorship, connect us to institutions, connect us to organization, private and public sectors, connect us to people that need this service, so that nobody is left out and everybody can benefit from it. We will continue to do our best. We'll continue to be there, continue to provide the service, regardless of support or no support. We will do our best because it's not just an hobby, it's a calling. We're passionate about what we do at Uplinks Ogo or Uplinks Ojo Global. We want to make the world a better place. We want to contribute our quota to make sure this world is a better place. We want to leave that track behind us, that legacy. We want to impact our generation, our world, and we focus on getting good results from doing it. So we're not going to be tired, and we thank you all for supporting us. We thank you for listening to this video, and thanks Tetro for the time, for bringing all this together. And we all our social media handle, if it can be displayed. We have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, Facebook, and all of them are there for you all to follow us, because you don't only wait for such a day like this to learn about mentorship. All day, all week, every time. If you go to all those pages, all our social media handles, you will learn something from it, right? You will get some insight from it, right? Don't forget, my area of specialization is actually business administration. So if your business is struggling, you need help, reach out. We'll give you the mentorship that you need that will help you scale your business. All right, reach out. All right, we are here for you. Don't miss out of all this great opportunity. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you so very much. To bring this program, this live podcast to an end, I just want to reiterate this. If you need to talk to Dr. Ojo directly, want to reach out to him as a veteran, a professional consultant in the area of business administration, is part of these major strengths is helping you to structure your business for profit. Kindly reach out to him on LinkedIn that is being displayed below. That's linkedin.com/company/uplinksojo. Then if what you actually want to see is what he has been doing with respect to touching the lives of youth across the globe, across Africa, you can go to YouTube to see what he has been doing there. On YouTube is at Uplinks Ojo. Just looking at the caps lock and how it's being displayed on the screen right here. Then if you need to write him a mail or a memo with respect to the business ideas of yours that needs to come to limelight, this is not just talking or babbling. I had one session with him and I got results from something powerful, which I shared with him personally. So email him at uplinksojo@gmail. Email him at uplinksojo@gmail. This is someone that has been there all the way for our foundation, and we know how much of structure it can bring to your businesses. Now, to follow up on what's it called on Facebook, facebook.com/uplinksojo. Just look at how it's been reaching up here and follow accordingly. And on Instagram, it's still as displayed below. Finally, if you want to get robust knowledge of what Upsling Ojo Global has been doing, just go right to their website, take your time, go through one by one. This is what I call the place to start. Whether you're talking of helping the student in your school to get proper mentorship, reach out to him. Whether it's business wise that you need help on, reach out to him and you will tell me a big thank you. So from all of us here, right over here at Cetro's blog, we want to appreciate you. If you are seeing this video for the first time, please don't forget to like and comment on this video. And if you need any particular topic of interest that you want us to discuss about, drop it in the link below. From all of us, we are signing out here. And as we're signing out, I'll be turning out videos of what Uplinks Ojo has done in the past. So you can just enjoy the moment, just flow with the videos. And I tell you, it's a very nice one that we are seeing an African, in short, a Nigerian African American that ended up being a veteran in the United States Army. And now what he has started doing while in service is fully committed to it now, doing far to reach the world. From all of us, we want to say thank you so very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye, Kemi. Ambassador, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me go to the music.
Cetro Spotlight on rumble.com. Cetro Spotlight on Rumble. Rumble's taking off, guys. I don't know what's going on over there, but do you guys get Rumble? Use the Brave browser. You'll get no ads. Rumble's taking off. The platform is like, look, if you're sticking to YouTube the whole time, don't you think you're going to be restricted in some way? Like you have guidelines that are overlooking you and striking your channel down? Don't you want to be free of that? That's what I'm asking. Dr. Ojo, please
Jim,
look at Rumble.
I'll pull a private call across to you. We'll look at it. We'll talk about that.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Sorry to bother you, but have a nice day, everybody.
Yeah, you too.
That's the need for the ones. Like manage my time properly.